Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar, the most realistic altcoin channel on YouTube. And today I'm going to show you one of the absolute easiest strategies to trade crypto. Alright, now for those of you who are new to the channel, if you're interested in trading and would like to try trading on the same exchange that I use, feel free to go ahead and try out the MEXC exchange. You can find a link to it in the description below this video. I personally love this exchange because one, they allow me to trade crypto futures. Two, I'm a huge altcoin nerd and they've got over 1,500 different altcoins for me to trade at any given time. And three, they do not deal with the same drama that Binance and Coinbase and all the other big mainstream exchanges deal with on a regular basis. All right. Now, before I actually go ahead and dive into this video, I want to reiterate here that there are literally hundreds, if not thousands of different trading strategies out there that people can use, all right? And this simple strategy that I'm going to be showing you today, is literally one that I have talked about a lot in my previous videos. And the simple reason why is because it works pretty darn well most of the time, all right? There's a reason why I make a lot of videos doing the same strategy. It works. It works very great for people like me. It's not going to work for everybody, but it works great for me. That's also another thing that you want to keep in mind, all right? No matter what kind of strategy you use to trade any market, you're not going to win 100% of the time, all right? It just doesn't work that way. Nobody wins 100% of the time. So I am not hyping this up as a get-rich-quick strategy or anything like that, all right? And lastly, this strategy works very, very well for both the crypto spot market and the crypto futures market as well, especially in the larger time frames, all right? So let's go ahead and dive in, you guys, all right? The very, very first thing you want to do is, and before I actually dive into this, I'm literally going to just assume that there's people out there that are literally starting from complete scratch, complete beginners, all right? So for those of you who already know what you're doing, just bear with me here, all right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to open up your TradingView account, all right? You want to go to tradingview.com, you want to sign up, and then what you want to do is you want to come over to this watch list and you want to go to the plus sign and you want to just type in BTC USDT and just click on, the plus sign, all right? And it will add Bitcoin over here and you will have the chart of Bitcoin right in here, all right? And that's typically just how you set up your TradingView with the different cryptocurrencies, all right? So after you do that, the next thing that you want to do is you want to go to the whatever time frame you want to trade on. For this example in this video, I'm going to be using the daily chart because I mainly only trade off of the daily chart and the 4-hour chart. Basically just swing trading. So what you want to do here is you want to find your key support and resistance levels. So as you guys can clearly see, I already have my main key support and resistance levels here, okay? Obviously, I've got this one all the way down here, which is our main big support, which is the very bottom that we reached around, $15,500 around there, which is where we dropped to. And then I've got another one right here, right around 18,165. Another one here, right around 20,380. I've got another one here at around roughly 22,520, somewhere around there. And another one up here and here. All right. Obviously, this one at the very top is pretty much the very top of this current trend that we've been trading in for, well, ever since August. So there you go. There you guys have it. All right. So the next thing you want to do after you have your support and resistance levels all marked out, and the tool that I use to mark these support and resistance levels, I literally just went over here to the line tool and I went to the horizontal line. So when you find your support and resistance level, you're going to go to the horizontal line. You're literally just going to find the level that you want. You're going to click and it's going to put a line there, all right? And then you can just delete it, whatever. So you've got your support and resistance. You've got your support and resistance levels already highlighted, all right? So the next thing you want to do is you want to enable the RSI trading indicator, all right? Now, I don't solely use RSI to trade. I use RSI pretty much as confluence to using support and resistance, all right? So I pretty much use them both together, all right, to make my overall trading decisions, okay? So to do that, you're going to go to indicators up here and you're just going to type in RSI. and it's going to come up here. It's short for relative strength index, and you're literally just going to click it, and it's going to bring up a graph like this, but probably in a different color. And then you'll be all set up. And basically how you read this is it's pretty much a momentum indicator. So basically this line under right here at the bottom represents the number 30, the number in the middle represents 50, the number at the top represents 70, okay? So since it's a momentum indicator, when it is at the 30 levels or between 50 and 30, it typically means that the market is currently oversold, all right? Which it's typically means it's due any time for a to start going up, all right? When it's between 50 and 70, it typically means that things are overbought, and eventually it's going to start coming down, okay? So that is typically how I use this as far as being in confluence with my support and resistance levels. So here's how I would trade this, you guys, all right? So as we can clearly see, we're going to look at this example right here where Bitcoin first started to really take off just recently, all right? So as you guys can clearly see, here, let me go ahead and get some tools over here. Where's that brush tool? There we go. So we are basically focusing in on right here in this area, all right? So as you guys can clearly see, right here, we can clearly see when that happened. At that given time, Bitcoin was currently trading on the RSI underneath the 50 line right here, which means things were pretty much oversold, okay? So therefore, when it starts going up, incremental, little by little each day, that is a clear sign to tell you it's going to eventually pop. So when it finally, let me go ahead and delete this. When it finally crosses the 50 level on the RSI, that is pretty much my indicator to be like, okay, I need to buy in now. So I would have bought in right around this level right here, all right? So if you were to buy in at that level right then and there, right at the 50 level, and then you held all the way until it went to the top, you would have profited roughly a solid good 28% right there, all right? Or even more if you're trading the futures market and using leverage, all right? So realistically, that's pretty much simply how it works, all right? There's really not much to it. It's very, very, very easy to understand. Now, if you are trading the futures market and you want to short Bitcoin, for instance, the same concept applies to there as well, all right? So for instance, we've got our support and resistance levels right up here, all right? So this top line was our resistance, okay? So this top area was resistance. You can clearly see that this, let me go ahead and get my brush. You can clearly see that the current daily candle did not close or did not pass the resistance line, all right? The previous daily candle did not pass the resistance line, and we ended up opening up a new daily candle within this range, okay? We ended up opening it within, let me go ahead and get my square tool here. We ended up closing within the blue square range, okay? Which typically means, obviously we're trading in this range right now, okay? So the fact that we opened up another candle in the same range and didn't bolt through it tells me that we're probably at a local top and we're going to be bearish for a little bit and it's going to come down for a little bit. And the RSI tells us that as well. We are clearly very, very high right now, and realistically, it's probably going to come down a little bit. So obviously, I would have placed a short order right at the top, which it would have triggered, and I would have been in profit right now if it would have, obviously, if I would have been in that trade because it started dropping right away, all right? Because obviously we were clearly overbought, and we did not cross the we did not go through the resistance level, all right? So that is pretty much as easy as it gets, you guys. Now, here's the thing. Some of you might be kind of confused, as when I first started using this strategy myself, I was kind of confused as well, because when you're trying to put the two and two together, it gets a little bit confusing at times. But when you start to see the way things work and the different support and resistance levels working in tandem with the RSI, you can clearly start to see different patterns and stuff like that, and it all starts to really kind of make sense and get into your head, and you really start to understand it better, all right? So let me just do another quick example here on if you were to go long on Bitcoin, okay? So realistically, same concept applies to right here, all right? So obviously, when we were coming down here, we broke through this support level, which means we would be trading within this level in the blue rectangle here, okay? So clearly, At that specific time, you can clearly see we were literally oversold right there, okay? So we were oversold, we were underneath the 50 line right here. Boom, I would have bought right there. And guess what? I would have placed a buy order right there for, going long right there. And if it triggered, then boom, I would have profited pretty darn big because it ended up going straight up, okay? Especially because it ended up breaking this resistance level right here. And then it actually even broke the next resistance level as well. So overall here, you guys, as you guys can clearly see, RSI in tandem with support and resistance levels can be very, very beneficial for you if you are new to the market and you are trying to profit from this market and trading on a regular basis, okay? So honestly, I know this can be a little bit confusing, but once you start to use it and you start to really try to get a good grasp of how it works, it becomes very, very simple, you guys, all right? So overall here, though, you guys, that is pretty much it in all honesty. If you guys have any questions about this, feel free to ask me on Twitter, okay? But literally, I love helping people, and I know people are going to ask me questions because they always do when I release videos like this, and I have no problem with it whatsoever. I love helping people out. You got questions? Hey, feel free to reach out to me and ask, all right? I encourage it, okay? So overall here, guys, though, that is going to pretty much do it for this video, so I will go ahead and wrap this one up. But again, before you guys leave, go ahead and make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a new crypto and altcoin video from me on a regular basis. And hey guys, with that said, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the comment section down below of my future videos.